period of maybe 15, 20 seconds, it'll set back down to a 1.1 to 1. And I'm afraid it's heating that ballon. And nothing obviously hot outside the case of the shielding, and nothing that I can feel all the way from where the feeder line comes out of the Nye Viking all the way out through the wall to the feed terminals outside the building. So I don't know. At any rate, it'll tune. I can get out. Don up here in Woodlawn, Tennessee, said I was S9 and that's stingy. He said I was basically full clouding. So that's good on 160. That could be a tough one. That could be a tough band. I'm going to pass it back to you, and we'll just hang in there and wait for any possible breakers, which I think will start coming on in here fairly soon. You know, Greg was talking about the loud stations here. Virgil, OLJ is certainly one of them. He always just, I have to turn his volume down. KF4TX, HFG, Don over there on Tick Ridge is pretty loud as well. David up there in Tennessee, AD4Q, just running that Viking too. He straps in here. Hey, KF4TXQ, KN4, Mike Echo.
Well, I heard somebody coming in there right at my noise level. But anyway, it'll pick up in a little while because it's getting dark 30 pretty soon. So I think the band will pick up in terms of communicability, in terms of propagation and all that. This is Kilo Fox 4, Tango X-Ray Quebec, with KN4 Mike Echo and WA4II. And over to you there, Greg. This is KF4TXQ. Over. I'm going to drop out for one, y'all. I'll break back in here when I get back, okay? This is KF4TXQ. I'm QRT for a little bit.
Sam, I think Greg's on his exercise treadmill. He said he'd be back in a bit, too. So I'll just stand by here on 3885 in monitor. This is KN4 Mike Echo. I think it's KC5. Yeah, I copied you, but I didn't didn't write down your call, but we'll get it. Not real strong, but yes, you got a very decent signal here into northwest Alabama. Go ahead.
Hello, Jonathan. This is Sam in Alabama, Kilo Fox 4, Tango X-Ray Quebec, and I'm copying you real well. I'm in Dadeville, Alabama, on Lake Martin, and about 50 miles north of Montgomery. Over. Yeah, okay. Hello, Sam. Good evening to you there. I appreciate you picking me up here. That Montgomery when is that? It's coming up pretty soon. I think it's usually the weekend after Lawrenceville, but I don't know. You need to look it up. But anyhow, I'm not sure because I don't drive anymore and I don't keep up with the ham fest like I used to. Apologize for that, but you know how it is. You do what you can and what you're able to do. So good to hear you. Let's see, you're down there around Mobile, I think you said. Is that correct? Yeah, right. You're right. That is correct. All right. Well, I'm not going to have you here straining your ears to try to hear me, but I'm going to say hello. KC5, SCK. Name here is Jonathan. Good evening to the group. Okay, Jonathan, I'm talking you pretty well. You're moving my bar line S meter up to about 10 over, so that's pretty good. And you know, you just never know this time of day and this time of year how it's going to be. But let's see. Are you in Baldwin County? Are you over in Mobile County? Or where are you? Oh yeah, Chatham and all those wondrous towns. Yeah, right here. Yeah, but anyway, I stopped by and I'm just going to do and see if anybody hear me. I'll let y'all get back after it and kind of checking this thing out on AM. It's doing a good job on AM, and we're about to have a Monday night net here. It's called the Eagle Net, W4EGL. And it's an AM net open to anyone that's got the right kind of license and so forth in operating AM. So, Jonathan, good to meet you. From Chatham, I guess you're close to Chatham, Washington County. This is KF4TXQ, Tallapoosa County, on beautiful Lake Martin. And I'm going to the kitchen and see what I can scrape up over there before our net and pre-net officially starts, which will be in about 30 minutes. Good to meet you, Jonathan. You're sounding good. This is KF4TXQ, and I am going QRT, but I'll be back. Over, over. You're right, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, KC5 SCK. Jonathan, this is Dr. John is what I'm called here on the ham bands. I'm in Killen, Alabama, northwest Alabama, and you're Q5. Receiving you on an R390A, no S meter, but there is some noise with your not full quieting, but 100% copy. Back to you, KC5 SCK KN4 Mike Echo.
Okay, KN for Mike Echo. Yeah, okay. Well, this is not vintage equipment that I'm talking on, but just checking it out here on the see how it's working, and it seems to be doing pretty good for me. And good to shake your hand here this evening, Doc. Over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Your call is not familiar, so this may be your first time. But it is certainly a pleasure. I always enjoy meeting new contacts on any mode, but particularly AM. It's the way I cut my teeth way back in the 60s. I could afford a DX100 at $50 in 1968, and that was about it. So I listened on a BC348J receiver, and a sideband just never sounded as good as that AM. At any rate, you're welcome to stick around for the net. You're going to hear a broad one signals. I honestly thought somewhere around the early 70s that AM was gone. It was going to be a dead mode. But boy, has it made a comeback, and nothing could make me happier. I really enjoy working with the old equipment and operating it and listening to it, that's for sure. KC5 SCK KN4 Mike Echo.
Okay, KN4 Mike Echo. Great copy on your ear into the receiver. And thank you for your hospitality there. All right, well, I'm going to move back out of the room and clear the stage. KN4 Mike Echo, KC5 SCK. Good evening.
Good evening, Jonathan, and would enjoy talking to you in the future. Hope you'll be checking back in with us. There's activity cranking up here a lot of times an hour or even 2 hours before net time, and they're changing the net time. They've been starting at 7 daylight savings time, but we begin to get some long skip and trying not to interfere with our New England brethren there on AM. On 3885, but we'll look forward to talking to you again, Jonathan. Take care, KC5S. CK, KN4, Mike Echo, clear and listen.
KW4 TV testing.
KW4
TV, clear to.
Well, you're making the trip to Killen, Alabama. Manuel, good to hear you. KW4 TV, KN4 Mike Echo.
KW4 Mike Echo. Okay, you're sounding good on top of the mountain. You're just getting ready to kick back and enjoy the net. Good to hear from you, Dr. John. KW4 TV.
Sounding good up here, Manuel. WA4KM.
You sounded pretty decent yourself, Kevin. WA4KM, KN4ME.
Hey, go ahead, Dr. John. Hope you're doing good. I'm on a 6600 flex. I don't normally use this one. Well, I got from Larry way back. Got 4 receivers. I hope the audio's okay on it. I don't have it quite. I've got it adjusted with an SDR, but that's probably not like the other one. It's pretty close. But anyway, running this 6600 flex and a QRO. I bumped it up to about 300 watts. I don't want to push this QRO too much on AM. How you doing there, Dr. John? You got a great signal.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. It's thanks to Mr. Bill Decker, that's for sure. I can't tell any difference, Kevin, when you're talking about being on different rigs. I could never guess from the strength of the signal or the quality of the audio. It's always excellent. I can't. I could not. You could be fooling me. You could be running the same rig and they're talking about different rigs. But whatever you run, you've got it tuned right. That's for sure. Well, just an absolutely gorgeous day here. I did go back to the work in the morning. It's only, I work about 4 or 5 hours, starting at about 8:30. So I can't complain, and that I'm usually off early afternoon. But today was just spectacular here. We just opened the door to the shack and let the sun and the fresh air in. It was just great. WA4KM, and I imagine we'll have some breaker takers here coming on board. KN4 Mike Echo.
Oh yeah, drummer feet. Yeah, Charlie texted me earlier and I told him we'd moved it back to the time with the SCMRC and the Gulf Coast and all that to keep it all kind of, since now that the sun's gone down and, you know, we're going down a little bit earlier now, so we get it all backed up a little bit. I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't run this one that much. I usually run that 5000 and the homebrew 3CX 3000 amp with it. You know, just tickle that thing at legal limit effortlessly. But I thought about firing up Andy's 41000 modulated by a pair of 41000. I probably got time. I haven't run it in a while. I need to exercise it some a little bit, I guess. It's a haul, so ain't no doubt about that. I just have to watch. You know, I run a ladder line with a tuner, and I got to be careful. That thing, it'll mess around and smoke one of my tuners or my wire if I ain't careful. It's got a lot of power, and it's a beautiful rig, though. It's like that Bill Decker. You know, Andy built this thing, and I love looking at those windows he put in there. Them 4-1000s. They look like street lights in there. Nothing prettier than a tube glowing. No, you're strong. You're like 40 over here, and the audio's just superb. Anyway, let's see. Manual, I heard manual. I'll turn it manual if he don't pick it up. Dr. John, you pick it up. Sam was in here earlier, and Greg was in here as well. So let me see if manual's out. If he ain't, then go ahead and pick it up. And I'm still debating because I got to do a whole lot to make that thing. I got to get a anyway, there's a lot to do to get that other one online. I don't know if I got time or not. Anyway, the Hamfest, by the way, was absolutely just wonderful. I mean, it started out a little chilly, but the wind wasn't blowing, and by, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, I come out of my jacket and run a short-sleeve T-shirt, and the wind wasn't blowing. It was just great. A lot of people. A lot of deals went down. I see a lot of people carrying stuff. A lot of people usually been going to these Hamfests. You see them. They just tire kickers and they ain't buying nothing. Everybody I seen, somebody had something under their arm. That was a good sign. Anyway, Manual KW4 TV. I'm on one of your little rigs on this little QRO. Running about at 300 watts of carrier. KW4 TV, WA4KM.
K5HFG, we got you in there, buddy. I'll turn it over to you when I turn it down. K5HFG. All right, Kevin, you're sounding good down this way. I'm also running a QRO. I'm doing about 300 watts carrier, and you're sounding good down this way, as is Dr. John. And sounding good from over at Kick Ridge, Mississippi. Kevin, I've just been kind of hanging around waiting on Glenda if she needed anything. Doing the dishes and stuff like that, but I've been being a good boy. So with that, I'll pass it on, Dr. John. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Don and let him turn it back to you. K5HFG, Don, when you get through, turn it back to KM4ME. This is KW4 TV. Pick it up, Don.
Okay, Manual. KW4 TV, this is K5HFG. I just got a big bowl of spaghetti. What was going on? Everybody sounding good. Dr. John, you about bowled over a chair. And Kevin, you are superb as good signal. I won't have much to report. If I do right now, I won't have nothing to say next time. WA4KM, K5HFG. KN4CUE.
Alrighty, there's the net control man himself. There's Charlie. I guess you got a list going there, Charlie. If not, I had Sam in here, KF4THQ, Dr. John, KN4ME, and of course Don, KF5HFG, K5HFG. Got tongue twisted, and of course Manual, KF4TV, and myself, WA4KM. So, we just kicking around a little bit, letting you write some stuff down. We still, got about 15 minutes or so, 17. Anyway, go ahead, Charlie. Hope you're doing good. You missed a good ham fest, I can tell you that. And as I said, I got a great report from the doctor today, so I'm feeling good. A1C was, well, Dr. John knows, it's 5.7. That's the lowest it's been. Me being diabetic in many years, they want it below 7, and cholesterol was 152 total. They want it below 200. My insulin's cut in half. I'm down 33 pounds. My protein in urine was good, and I got an attaboy. So there you go. I'm happy I didn't get chewed out by the doctor, the endocrinologist. So I got an attaboy. So I'm feeling good. Blood work's good. I may get to hang around a few more years. Go ahead, Charlie. KN4CUE. What you on tonight? WA4KM.
WB0JZG. I got something about a J in there. That's the only thing I got.
Yes, sir. It's KN4 Mike Echo. That's Kevin. WB0JZG. He's down there in Florida, and he's trying to make contact with us. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. I got JZG. What's the first part of that? I apologize, Dr. John.
That's Whiskey Baker Zero. Whiskey Baker Zero. JZG. Kevin.
Roger, Roger. Got it. Guys, this is KN4CUE. I'm going to be doing the net tonight. And let me tell you who I've got so far on my list. I've got Sam, KF4TXQ. I got Greg, WA4II. I've got Dr. John, KN4ME. I've got Jonathan, KC5FCK. I got Manuel, KW4TV, and I've got Kevin, KW4KM, and I've got Don, K5HFG, and I've got Kevin, WB0JZG. Anybody else that I check into the pre-net for the Eagle Club net, please come now with your call sign.
W4, Good evening, Ned. Pre-net. That's from Georgia 550 Ocean, Arkansas.
Arkansas, go ahead.
Well, this is WB5BZO. Did you turn it over to me, over?
You go ahead, Kevin. WB0JZB or JZQ. Please go, yeah. Go ahead.
Alrighty, well, I had trouble hearing that, getting a lot of people trying to check in tonight, and I guess the band is kind of crowded. Let's see, how do I turn on monitor? I turned on monitor and I still can't hear myself. I'd like to be able to hear myself in musicphones when I'm transmitting, but that function doesn't seem to work. I'll have to figure out how to make that work. Anyway, running the IC7300 into the L4 tonight, about 150 watts of carrier to my collinear antenna, I guess is the best thing you call it, which seems to do a good job beaming north. And I talked to a lot of people in Kentucky and Pennsylvania and up in the Northeast. Sometimes it's a little tougher in North Alabama or in North Georgia. Dr. John, your signal's pretty good tonight. I can hear you pretty well. Band's still not in very good shape. It sure is nice early in the morning, though. I talked to KU4UMU this morning. He was running 10 watts, and I could hear him. It was like, wow, that was amazing. Anyway, back to the pre-net. This is Kevin from Lakeland, Florida, WB0JZG.
Evening, Charlie. W4 Kilo Radio.
W4 Kilo Radio, is that correct?
Roger.
W4, I Little Dinner.
Whiskey 9, Tango Alpha Bravo.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Kilo Juliet. I got Kilo Juliet. I got QTB. I got Roy I Diddle Diddle. And I got W4KR.
Anybody else would like to check in, please come now. Let's do whiskeys. I got so many coming in, I don't want to miss somebody. So let's just go ahead and do only whiskey calls. Please come right now if you're not already on the list. WA4 FUU, Richard, got you down. Thank you, sir. Any other whiskey calls?
WD5BZO was in there, David.
Repeat that, W what? David, I got David, W something.
WD5BZO over there in Jackson, Mississippi.
All right, thank you. I didn't hear that one, but I've got it down now. All right, any other whiskey calls that is not on the list? All right, let's go to kilo calls that are not already on the list. Kilo calls that are not already on the list. Please come with your call. All right, any November calls are not on the list. Any November calls, please come. Whiskey Delta. November 4 Whiskey Delta, I have you down. Thank you, sir. All right. Are there any alpha calls? Any alpha calls? Please come now. All right. I'm going to go back to the top of the list, guys. Mr. Sam in Alabama, KF4TXQ. Please come with your comments, sir. This is KF4CUE. Sam must have stepped away. I know he'll be back for the net. So I'll go down the list to Mr. Greg, WA4II. Mr. Greg, would you please come with your comments, sir? This is KN4CUE.
He's on the treadmill. He'll be back.
I got you. I know. That's why he looks the way he looks. I look the way I look. I'm not on the treadmill. I need to be on the treadmill. But anyway, Dr. John, KN4, please come with your comments. This is KN4CUE.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. And you always have a good signal from Birmingham up here. I think you're probably somewhat south of Birmingham. I'll say this: back in 1969 and 70, I worked down there in Pelham at an iron foundry. Well, the name of it just escaped me for the moment. Buffet, and they made ductile iron down there, and I did their chemistries, tested the metal and the sand for the molds. Gee whiz, I was waiting on the Army to get me, and I did that. That was in Pelham, and man, there is no comparing that area down there south of Birmingham to what it was then. It is so grown up, it's amazing. Pelham and Alabaster now sort of fused all into one. There were just two definite little old places out there in the road. Anyway, I was going to comment, Kevin, that hemoglobin A1C is excellent. Proud for you. Keep it up. That's great. Back to you, Charlie. KN, I'm going to get on the exercise bike here in a minute myself. KN4CUE and the crew. KN4, Mike Echo.
KN4ME, this is KN4CUE. Yeah, Dr. John, the south of Birmingham is not what it used to be. I'm about 40 miles north of Birmingham. I'm kind of roughly halfway between Huntsville and Birmingham, which is nice for me in that I can go to either one pretty quickly. 45 minutes or an hour either way. But we appreciate you being there. And Kevin, I want to congratulate you on your great numbers too. That's awesome. Praise the Lord. That's great. I'm going to break. I'm going to go to Jonathan. He's mute on there. Sure glad you're there, Jonathan. KC5 FCK. Please come with your comments, sir. This is KN4CUE.
Charlie, I think he signed. He was in there earlier. I bet you I'm confusing you with W4CUE, which is the Birmingham Ham Station, Club Station. For some reason, I thought you were down there in the Pelham area. Go ahead, try and start.
Roger. Yeah, I heard him check in earlier, so I wasn't for sure he'd be here, but I wanted to make sure if he was that we'd call on him. All right, so I'm going to go to Mr. Neal, KW4TV on the tallest mountain in Florida. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is KN4CUE.
KN4CUE. KW4TV. Okay, Charlie, thank you for turning it over to me. You must have been looking on your scope because I was laying down. You got me by surprise. But everything's going good here. As I said earlier, my wife had the rotator cuff done Friday, and I've been kind of tied up with her and doing things, trying to help her a little bit. And maybe she'll get into rehab about the 8th, I think, and maybe things will get better from there. But right now, it's pretty rough on me doing the dishes and doing the cooking. Yeah, I may have to get Kevin to come down and help me a little bit. You never know. But it's been a beautiful day around here. I haven't done a whole that much other than try to help my wife, Glenda. And just good to hear everybody in here tonight. And I run Heaven's Up. You got a bunch down below me, and it's always good to have a big number on the straight net or net, whatever we do in round table before the net. And good to hear everybody. So I'm going to turn it back to you, KN4CUE, KW4TV, from the tallest mountain in Florida.
KW4TV, this is KN4CUE. Well, I'm glad Miss Glenda's doing good. And you keep on doing those dishes, that's going to pay off, I promise you, because if you don't, it's going to pay off a bad way, too. So I'm glad you're there to help her. Praise the Lord. So I'm going to break with Manuel. I'm going to pick up Kevin. Kevin, you don't have any radio that don't sound good, okay? All your radios Dr. John was talking about, we don't know which one you're on because they don't sound good. So let's hear some more of it, okay? W84KM, please come to your comments, sir. This is KN4CUE.
Okay, I'm looking around a little bit. Hold on. I'm on the... I ain't had this one on in a while. I'm on the Andy Dandy here. Let me see real quick. I haven't run it in a while. 1, 2. Hello, test. 1, 2. Okay. I'm on the 41000 modulated by a pair of 41000. Andy's homebrew. Running legal limit. I'm just making sure because I haven't run this thing in a long time. Hold on, my foot about to slip off the pedal. Never mind. I gotta. When you run this thing, you gotta be right, or I don't want stuff to start kaplooing on me or whatever. But anyway, I think I hear a hum. But anyway, I just played around on this the Tower of Power, as they call it, and I'm just tickling it. I promise you. I'm only putting about 6 watts into it with a little 7300. I'm using it for the mine just went blank. Exciter, I guess. There we go. I'm tired. I just heard something. Anyway, I'll give it a no buzzer transmission. I don't know if that's Susie throwing stuff or I'm hearing something arc. Y'all hearing something arc? Anyway, this is the Andy Dandy special here. I won't hold it because I know we're getting close to the time there. So KN4CUE, I'm just wondering, hope the audio's good on this one. I know the signal's probably good, but I'm just curious on it. Back to WA4KM, or KN4CUE, this is WA4KM.
WA4KM, this is KN4CUE. I did hear a little zipping or something in your audio. It sounds good, but I heard a little that may be what you heard too, but it sounds good. And I can testify, I've seen that amplifier. It's the prettiest piece of radio equipment I guess I've ever seen. It is gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and start the net, guys. And I'll probably start kind of the middle of the list. After Kevin, I think Mr. Don's going to be up next when I start the net. just because, you know, we went through about Honeycomb so far. But I'm going to come back to you, but I'm just saying I'm going to start in the middle, so don't get upset. All right, is the frequency clear? This is the Eagle AM WE4 AM net operating on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode. This is a directed net. Your net control this evening is Charlie. My call is KN4CUE. I will be net control for the Eagle AM Club Net WE4 AM. This net begins taking check-ins at 5:30 Central Time, and the actual club net starts at 6 p.m. Central Time. We will now take 30 seconds quiet reflection period in memory and appreciation for all essential personnel, silent keys, and anyone suffering from illness. Let's begin in 30 seconds now. Before we take regular check-ins, are there any QRP or mobile stations? Please come now with your call sign. None heard. Now, guys, let's start with kilo calls. If you're not already on the pre-net list and you'd like to get on our list, please come now with your call sign. If you have a kilo call, please come now.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu. I have you down. Thank you, sir.
Kilo 4 Kilo Hotel Victoria.
Kilo 4 Kilo Hotel Victoria. I have you down. Thank you.
Kilo Fox 4 Tango X-Ray Quebec.
I got you down, Sam. Thank you, sir. Alright, any November calls that aren't already on the list, please come out with your call sign. Any November calls. Any Alpha calls that aren't already on the list, any Alpha calls, please come with your call sign. Unheard. Now, whiskey calls. Any whiskey calls that are already on the list, please come with your call.
LLJ.
WA4 I have you down, Greg. Thank you.
Virgil was in there.
OLJ. I got Virgil. W4 OL. I have you down, Mr. Virgil. Any other whiskey calls? All right. Guys, I'm going to go back to the kind of middle of the list is where I'm going to start. So my first one is going to be Mr. Don on Tick Ridge. K5HFG. Please come with your comment, sir. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, this is K5HFG. I'm flabbergasted. I'm first. Good evening, Charlie. Thanks for doing the pre-net and the net. We get you working double time. We'll have to increase your pay. Weather was beautiful again today, and it's just getting warmer and warmer. Last week we were spawning because it was so cold. Now we're just about ready to say it's too warm for this time of the year. Everybody's doing well. Sam, you're doing fine. I heard your signal, and it was top notch. All the signals I heard when I checked into the pre-net were super. And I went out real quick to check the solar activity. And I'm surprised that we still have this good of a propagation. Anyway, thanks, Chloe. have a good day, and everybody else have a good day, 73, and I'll talk to y'all later. WE4AM K5HFG on Kick Ridge.
K5HFG, this is WE4AM. Well, Don, I'm glad you enjoyed today, and I agree. This weekend was great for I got to rent a mini excavator. I bought a farm from my father, my stepmother after my father passed away, and I just needed to dig a water line and take down some old scrub trees and stuff, and I rented an excavator for 2 days, and you talking about fun. It was about an 8,000-pound little thing, and I had a good time. It was fun to run that, so I enjoy the weather too. I'm going to pick up Kevin, WB0JZG. Please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
All righty, I think you turned it over to me. The band faded just a little bit. They're getting a whole lot better. I can copy most of the signals really well. I've got my earphones on not to disturb anyone in the room. It's a bit noisy tonight, but now that we've changed into the stupid time of daylight savings, it is darker earlier at night, although I prefer it being dark later in the morning because that's usually when I tend to operate, and it's very pleasurable in the morning. Don't hear a lot of lightning static though, so the band's actually behaving well. Excuse me. So running the 7300 to my collider antenna. I guess that's what they call the darn thing. At about 150 watts carrier, which drifts around. I haven't quite figured this out why the ALC for the 7300 drifts so much, and then the carrier drops, so it gave it a little bit more carrier again. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. Anyway, so good hearing everybody tonight. And I may check in on the weather. I didn't want to be outside. I wanted to be inside with my lady and my doggy. Instead of disappearing. Anyway, back to the net it comes. WB0JZG, Kevin in Lakeland, Florida.
WB0JZG, this is WE4AM. Mr. Kevin, the path between you and I is not great. I heard probably about half of what you were saying. 7300, which that's what I'm on. I'm on every week. I'm on a 7300. I've got a Ranger. I just got to get time to put it all together and get it on there. But I appreciate you being here. I'd love for you to be a regular. I'm going to break Mr. Kevin. I'm going to pick up Mr. Stan, W4KR. Mr. Stan, please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
All right, Charlie. Good evening to you, WE4AM. And EagleNet, W4KR. Suburban Walhalla, South Carolina. Good to hear you, Charlie. Copying everybody quite well. Band can do a little bit of QSB, but nothing that bothers. Kevin down in Florida came through real well, and Kevin up here came through right well, and Virgil took my ears off there for a minute. But anyway, Charlie, you got a long list today, so I'm going to keep it short. Beautiful. We just will say beautiful day today. Weather here was great. Temperature got up into the low 70s, and a clear sky, no clouds at all. Wonderful day. Back to you, Charlie, and take care. W4AM, W4KR. Phone up.
W4KR, this is W4AM. Well, Mr. Stan, we appreciate you checking in with us, and I'm glad you had a good day. The weather down here in North Alabama was good, too. And you were blowing me out. You were 20 over down here in North Alabama. Well, I'm going to break Mr. Roy, W4I Diddle. Please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Good evening to you and all the men. This is W4I Diddle, Roy in Pensacola, on the wonderful evening for AM net. And it's good to be here, as Miss Minnie Pearl used to say on the Grand Ole Opry. She'd come walking out there and say, "Howdy, I'm just so proud to be here." And it is good to be here this evening. Good to be alive and able to transmit and receive and all that good stuff on the ham radio. And AM, man, there you go. AM is the best. Well, Charlie, I'm running Miss Daisy May this evening, a B&W 5100B model. The B stands for beautiful, and she's rubbing out and much more. An NC300 receiver, a pair of 813s in a B&W amplifier with a straight D104 microphone. And that's the story here, Charlie, and that's about it, I guess. The signals are awfully good tonight, and that's wonderful. We're getting off to a good start here since the time changed. And looking forward to tomorrow night. 73 to everybody. Everybody have a great week. And whatever you do, listen to this little saying, and then I'll shut my mouth. I hope everybody out there in the land feels as good as I look, Charlie. Back to you from W4, I diddle Pensacola.
Mr. Roy, Daisy May is beautiful for you tonight. You sound really good, as always, and we'll continue being there. So I'm going to break with Mr. Roy. I'm going to pick up Tom, one of the helps with W9TAB. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, W9TAB. Sitting here on Collins 32V2, and I'm trying to get the 40 watts. We'll see what we're doing. I'm 40 watts and see how I'm coming through. Everybody's sounding good down here in Pensacola across the I-10 Iron Curtain. It's been a wonderful day today. My wonderful red-headed, freckle-faced, green-eyed XYL, little Irish girl, made a nice big pot of corned beef and cabbage and potatoes. And we've been eating some of that today. And otherwise, it's been a pretty good day. Just got out and did a little bit of driving around, got some work done. Anyway, sitting here in the ham shack. Tell you what, signals are doing really good. I'm enjoying hearing everybody. Anyway, I'll give it back to you, Charlie. Charlie, thanks for doing that. And thanks again to Deb and Steph and all of you for doing that. And hand it back to you, W4AM,
W9TAB. Tom, I just about want to call you not telling the truth whenever you said you're on 40 watts, because you sound so good. It's hard to believe, but man, you sound that the Collins is showing out for you tonight, because you're like 5 over up here in North Alabama, so congratulations. You got it going on right now. So this is Tom. I'm going to pick up Greg, WB4KKJ. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
Good evening, Charlie. I'm sounding good here in Phoenix, Florida tonight. Signals are good. Tom, hats off to you. That 40 watts is doing a good job over here. Just on the ICOM 756 Pro 3 with a little help from the L4B. Got a couple projects working on here. Tom, W9TAB's giving me a hand with. John Caper, I think it's not Johnson Ranger. And got it the other day, and it's almost in mint condition. So me and Tom are going to go through it. Old Mac found me a National 303 receiver up in Atlanta. So that combination hopefully will get put together here in the next couple of weeks and get it on the air. So Charlie sounding good. I'll turn it back over to you. Roy, you're sounding good. Kevin, you're sounding good too. So WE4AM, WB4KKJ.
WB4 KKJ, this is WE4AM. Well, the 756 is sounding good for you tonight, Greg, and I'm excited for you to get that Ranger going. I've got a Ranger too. I got Chuck Hurley, and that redoes them. They look better than new whenever he gets done with them. But anyway, I've got one. I'm going to get all the keys put in, all that, and get on there. I'm excited about that. But yeah, you can't beat those Rangers. All right, so I'm going to break with Greg. I'm going to pick up Mr. Richard, one of our net controls, WA4FUU. Please tell me your comments, Mr. Richard. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM from WA4FUU. Charlie, you got a great net going tonight, and you're doing a fine job. Very proud to sit here and listen to you and say that I can call you my friend. And heard everybody thus far without issue. And anyway, I'm running the Icon 7600 tonight with a little help from the SB200. Right now, around 326 watts on peak. And like I said, everybody just sounded really good. I'm not going to hold it. Glad to be here with all, and it's always my pleasure. WE4AM, great job. WA4FUU, Richard in Pensacola.
WA4FUU, this is WE4AM. Thank you, Richard, for the kind words. I feel it's an honor to be your friend also, so thanks a lot. So I'm going to break with Mr. Richard, and I'm going to pick up Dave, WD5, DZ0, or DZO. You can correct me if I got that wrong. I apologize if I did. But go ahead with your comments. WE4AM.
Well, hello, Charlie. I tell you what, I'm not a pick a bad evening to try this. The singles are good sometimes, they're not so good. But I've been sitting here all evening watching Dr. John's audio panel on the scoop, and I was just sitting here looking at it, and it was really pretty. So Dr. John is the only one I could hear for quite a while, but things are getting a little bit better. And the name is David. I'm sure you know that, but I just wanted to make sure. Sitting over here in Arkansas, and you guys are coming in really good over here now. I think the band's changing around a little bit, but HFG was strong. He and Dr. John were crowding my receiver. So I was just sitting there watching their audio patterns, and that's what I've been doing in the shack this evening. I really appreciate you picking me up, letting me join you guys, and I will shut up and get out of the way and sit down and do some more listening. What was that called? See, I get that WE4AM. That's it. I thought I had it right. This is WD5DZO, Arkansas. Back over to you. Go ahead.
WD5DZO. This is WE4AM. Well, David, we appreciate you being there. It's awesome getting somebody as far away as Arkansas with our net. And we encourage you to be a regular here. We're here every Monday night. So thanks a lot. So I'm going to break with Mr. David. I'm going to pick up Bruce. N4WD. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM.
N4WD. Mic switch is acting up. Hope you can hear me. 20 watts. That's all we got. So we won't keep it long. Everybody's sounding good. The band's getting a little longer, but everybody still sounds good. Great on your test results on the blood work. The wife got the same story today, and she's happy as a lark. So everyone, take easy, and we'll catch you again. WE4AM, N4WD.
N4WD, this is WE4AM. Bruce, I was having a little bit of time talking to you, but you said you were on 20 watts, so you're doing really good for 20 watts. And we appreciate you being there, and I echo your congratulations to Kevin, too, on his great test results. So I'm going to break Mr. Bruce, and I'm going to pick up Mr. Dennis, KW4ZZ. Please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
Good evening, everyone on the EagleNet this evening. I'm not sure what the situation is down here, but I seem to be having a lot of trouble with talking, folks. I don't know, I've got a high noise level and just one of those things that get. But I won't hold it this evening. I just bid everybody 70 praise and hope that everyone has that the Lord's blessings will be upon everyone on the net this evening. Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu, back to net control.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Zulu Zulu, this is Whiskey Echo 4 AM. Good to hear from you, Dennis. I'm glad you're there, and I hope you have a good evening also. So I'm going to break with Dennis. I'm going to pick up Jimmy, K4 KHB. Please come with your comments, sir. This is W4AM.
Okay, this is Charlie. That's K4 KHB in Marianna, Florida. Everybody coming in good down this way. Good signals tonight. Tom's 40 watts and Bruce's 20 watts are exceptionally strong. And copying Sam and Richard and copying you, Charlie, and Kevin and both Kevins. And I tell you, Virgil, everybody got a good signal around this way tonight. Had a great day today. It's dry as all get out. Ponds are going down. Creeks are going down and the rivers are going down, but we'll get some rain one of these days. Appreciate you picking us up and won't hold it too long. I know you got a long list there, Charlie, but thanks for calling them up. This K4 KHB in Marianna.
K4 KHB, this is WE4AM. I hope you had a good day, and yeah, you're right. The water is going down everywhere. In my part of the world, North Alabama, there's a 70% chance on Friday. And I've got a little bit of Indian blood in me, so I'm going to try a rain dance on Friday, see if that doesn't help. I don't know. But we're getting bad dry a lot. I'm getting worried about it dry, so I hope we get some rain before long. I'm going to break Mr. Jimmy. I'm going to pick up Mr. Virgil in Sweetwater. W4OLJ, please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM and the net, this is W4OLJ in Sweetwater, Tennessee. We're about 35 miles southwest of Knoxville, I guess, Charlie, something like that. Been a beautiful day here today. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was really nice. We got out a little bit and enjoyed the sunshine. I'm sure everybody enjoyed the Hamfest down at Stone Mountain or Lawrenceville. That's really a good one. I couldn't make it, but I've been there, and it's a great Hamfest. That's about it here. Jimmy down there in Marianna, he's coming in awful good up here. Just an exceptional signal tonight, and a lot of the others. Just a lot of good signals, and we really enjoy them. So back to you, Charlie. You're doing a great job. WE4AM. This is W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
W4OLJ, this is WE4AM. Mr. Virgil, I'm glad you had a good day today. And as I drive through on 65 through Sweetwater, I don't think there's a prettier place in the world than Sweetwater, Tennessee. It's just gorgeous. I like my part of little world, North Alabama, but if I had to go to another place, it'd be Sweetwater. Around there is just gorgeous. So we appreciate you being here, and hope you have a good evening. I'm going to go back up to the top of my list, okay, and I've got Sam, KF4TXQ. Sam, please come with your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
Okay, Charlie, thank you for picking me up. This is Sam in Alabama, KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. And, boy, good signals tonight. And, I can't believe I was hearing folks on 20 watts and 40 watts and stuff. They coming in good. But anyway, and, boy, good signals tonight. And, I can't believe I was hearing folks on 20 watts and 40 watts and stuff. They coming in good. But anyway, and, boy, good signals tonight. And, I can't believe I was hearing folks on 20 watts and 40 watts and stuff. They coming in good. But anyway, Charlie, you're right about Sweetwater, Tennessee. That's pretty area up there. And some fine folks live in that community. I'll tell you right now, I think the world of Mr. Virgil. So he's got a good signal coming in here. Everybody does. And it's nice to have some good propagation for a change. I love the fall. And but anyway, appreciate you picking me up, Charlie. You're doing a fine job with the net. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. You never know what's coming down. And keep praying your heart for Israel. They're having a hard time over there. Back to let's back to EGL. This is KF4TXQ. Over.
KF4TXQ. This is WE4AM. And I don't want to get too political, guys, but he mentioned Israel. I can tell you what happens. Israel wins, okay? I got a book that tells me exactly what happens. So, spoiler alert, sorry. So I'm going to bring to Mr. Sam, and I'm going to pick up Mr. Greg, WA4III. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is WE4AM. I think Greg's still on that treadmill. Oh my goodness, we got to check on him. I'll come back to him in a minute. Dr. John, I'm going to come to you, please. KN4ME, please come to your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie. WE4AM, KN4 Mike Echo, and just enjoying. I'm working on the bench, enjoying that, and listening to this net with some excellent AM signals for sure. We had such a good pre-net, I'm about out of things to talk about, Charlie, so I won't hold it and pass it back. Actually looking through my junk box for a 450 or 500 ohm non-inductive resistor to terminate my beverage. Something took the other termination resistor out. It opened up. So we'll get it directional from the north again. It really quite amazing difference. If those of you that have not tried a beverage, you might be amazed. WE4AM, KN4 Mike Echo.
KN4 Mike Echo, this is WE4AM. Well, Dr. John, you sound awesome as usual down here. Sounding really, really good. Appreciate you being there, and appreciate you being there during the pre-net too. I'm going to break with Dr. John. I'm going to pick up Manuel, one of our net controls. KW4TV, please come with your comments, sir. This is KN4AM.
WE4AM, KW4TV. Charlie, you got a great net going on, and I don't believe I've heard everybody sound as good in a long time. It's a good night for AM radio, as Bill Little would say. Just want to say hello to quite a few people. Oh, Don over in Tick Ridge, HFG, he was showing out over this way tonight, sounding good. Now, Jimmy, KHV, you left me out of that list again, but that's okay. I'm kind of getting used to it. W4OLJ sounded great. And Kevin, we're so happy the test come back good, and keep the good work up, my friend. We don't want to lose you no time soon anyway. Dennis, Zulu sounded great. I don't know where VZS is tonight. Maybe he'll be around before long. And like I said before, OLJ really sounded great down this way. So just enjoying sitting back listening to all the good AM and the band conditions. We don't get it this way all the time, as you know. So Charlie, thank you again for doing the net. You always do a great job. I wish I could do half as good as you. So with that, we'll turn it back to you, Charlie. Keep your good work up, young man. KN4 CUE. Listen to me. I think it's Monday night net, isn't it? Yeah, the Eagle net. KW4 TV. Sorry, Charlie.
Scopes and all the TV. This is WE4AM. Well, thank you for the kind words. Roger Romeo, Oscar Golf. I'm trying to do. And but man, you do an awesome job too, and you do the net. We appreciate you. So, John, I'm going, and you're right, the signal's nice. It's almost like talking on the phone to somebody. It's that clear. I'm going to go to Mr. Kevin, WA4KM. Please come with your comments, Mr. Kevin, one of our net controls. This is WE4AM.
5-meter AM.
All right, WE4AM. Let me get this mic over here. This is WE4KM, Kevin over here in Villa Rica. I'll have to tweak this up a little bit later after the net. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. We're on the Andy Howard WA4KCY homebrew transmitter, his baby, which is now my baby. Anyway, I don't turn it on as often as I probably should, but anyway, and I'm listening on his SX115, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful Hallicrafters SX115. This thing is just, I'm honored and proud to have both those units. I tell you, and the audio, I was hearing a guy on 20 watts, and I had the flex on, and I could actually hear him better on the SX115 than I could the flex 6600, which is, that says a lot there for this tube stuff. So I think I got the pop out of it. I'm not running, I've got it detuned, and that's probably what the problem is. I need to let it breathe. But I think that's what the problem is. SWR's up for just a tad, but, you know, I had to fold it back to let it, you know, keep me out of trouble. So, anyway, Charlie doing a good net. Thank y'all again for the flowers and the congratulations and all for the health report. I'm down 33 pounds now, by the way, which is great. And blood work's good. I'm feeling good, as y'all can tell. Most people don't realize I'm big as I am. They say, you're the hyperest big man I've ever met. I can't believe that you're your size. And my voice don't match my body at 6 foot, almost 6'6". I'm shrinking. I was 453. I'm down to 419. So there you go. I'm gonna be below 4 for the end of the year and I'm back walking and may get back in the gym. I'm getting a little older now, as you know, these 60s. I know some of y'all are 70 and 80, but I'm starting to feel it. But I'm feeling pretty good. Anyway, hello down there to the guys on the Gulf Coast, Dr. John. You got on the Bill Decker rig, so I figured I'd get on the Andy Dandies, what I call it, the 41000 modulated by a pair of 41000 street lamps. That's what I call them. Beautiful bulbs. I tell you, this thing is just gorgeous that Andy did. And I hope I'm making him proud by help keeping these AM nets going and using this stuff. I tell you, I miss Andy. And I hope Miss Sally, y'all keep her in your prayers too. I hadn't mentioned her in a while. Anyway, and it's getting warm in here. I may use this thing through the winter as a heater. Not even turning orange, but I'm not, I'm just tickling it. Anyway, Charlie, you're sounding good. Thanks for calling Annette. We'll look for Manuel next week. Richard and then me, I can't wait. Oh, we're going camping in the camper. We've been on a couple of trips. I just hadn't said nothing. We're going back up to Cage Cove for 3 or 4 days and then over to Pigeon Forge Resort for our anniversary for 4 days over there. So we got plenty more trips for the end of the year and before it freezes up. So, in the new RV. So we're enjoying it. Back to you, Charlie. Thanks for calling Annette. And I didn't hear no crackling and popping, so I guess I got her doing okay. No, it ain't KN4CU. It's WE4AM and the crew. This is WA4KM over here in the city of Gold in West by God, Georgia.
WA4KM, WE4AM. We're glad that you're in by God, Georgia. But anyway, we're glad that you're having a good time with the camper and stuff, and I'm proud for you that you and Susie are loafing some and getting going some vacations. That's good stuff. You're living it up. Guys, is there anybody else that'd like to check in that on our net? Please come now with your call sign.
Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima.
Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima. Have you down. Thank you, sir.
Whiskey 4, Tango Papa.
Whiskey 4, Tango Papa, I have you.
WA2 TDL.
Anybody else? So, Whiskey 4, Whiskey FL, please come to your comments, sir. This is WE4
WE4AM. This is Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima.
That's kind of interesting. I think that's one of the first times at Wolf PRP station here on 75 meters.
And I'm like everybody else. I'm sort of waiting for a little bit of rain to come through here. I've been withholding putting out some turnip greens for the winter, but it's just too dry to put anything out right now. So I'm just sort of taking the winter off if we don't get any rain shortly. And anyway, we're still in the process of enlarging the shack. Got the my house is off grade, so I had to build a foundation and put in some floor rafters, and I got the subfloor in, so pretty soon I'm going to start framing up the walls. So it's a slow project for me. If I was 30 years old, I could probably knock it out in a couple weeks, but it's going to take me probably a couple months the way I'm going. I'm getting slower and slower. So that's all I got here. So I'll turn it back to the net. WE4AM, on the Eagle Net. This is W4WFL, West Florida.
W4WFL, Richard, I apologize. I found you on my list. It just took me a minute. I apologize for not having your name already. But but doing stuff is fun. Once you get it done, it's like these people that fix up cars. But once you get it fixed, it's kind of not as fun anymore. The fixing part's fun, and that's like cleaning up my farm and stuff, and old tractors and stuff. So I guess enjoy building that shack. It's exactly like you want to, because you're not in any kind of hurry. So I'll say, Mr. Richard, I'm going to pick up W4TP. Please tell me your comments, sir. This is WE4AM.
Hey, Charlie, W4TP. Not much to add here tonight. Just wanted to get in for the count and the amount. Anyway, hopefully the audio is okay. Billy said my audio was crummy, so I don't know. Been looking at it on the scope here. It looks okay. So anyway, maybe it's doing something here anyway. Back to net, and you're doing a good job. W4TP.
W4TP. Well, here I told you it was bad. It's not that way anymore, Mr. John. And so you sound really good. So you got it fixed, whatever it was. All right. Here's the Omega call. If anybody else would like to get on the Eagle Net, please come now with your call sign. AD4Q.
WA4II again.
WA4II, Mr. Greg, I apologize. I forgot to come back to you. I said I was. I called you, but you were still on that treadmill, I guess. Mr. Greg, please come here, comment, sir. W4II. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM. This is WA4II. Well, it's not your fault at all. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I dozed off. I got off the treadmill and sat down in my chair, and I think I kind of nodded off. But everybody that I heard sounding good. All the signals are strong, and but I might have missed a few in my nap. But anyway, had a nice day today, and got a little bit accomplished working around, so still got a lot more to do. My wife tells me we're going to redo the bedroom, and when we get through with that, we're going to redo the bathroom, and when we get through with that, we're going to put some windows in. So I don't know. Anyhow, thank you for picking me up and being patient with me. WE4AM, this is WA4II, and back to the net.
WA4II, this is WE4AM. Well, Mr. Greg, you don't have to worry about it. You have to worry about running out of stuff today. So at least your wife got you a list, and I'm sure you'll get on that. If you don't, the consequences are too rough. I figured that out. So we appreciate you being there, Mr. Greg, and thanks a lot. All right, there was a whiskey call I thought I heard in there a while ago with Mr. Greg, and I'd like to get you on the list. If you'd like to get on the list, please come with your call sign.
Alpha Delta 4 Quebec.
Alpha Delta 4 Quebec. Go ahead and throw in your comments. This is WE4AM.
Good evening, Charlie. This is Dave, AD4Q, excuse me, in Millington, Tennessee, and pulling up the tail end here tonight. Just got off the house a while ago. We're making some good AM signals. We're running Viking 2 CDC, and going to put on about 90 watts. So as good as those 20s and 40 watters tonight. I could hear both of them. So anyway, 73 to everybody. And back to this WE4AM, AD4Q.
AD4Q, this is WE4AM. Mr. Dave, I think I looked at your QRZ page. I think Mr. Dave has got a really nice ham shack. I think that's you, Mr. Dave. We appreciate you checking in with us. Thanks a lot. He's got really beautiful stuff. And so we appreciate you being on, Mr. Dave, and try and be a regular for us here. We love it. Is there anybody else like to check in? This is the real last call right now. Anybody else like to check in the Eagle Net before we go? All right, none heard. Join us for the W4AMI and the W4JCM Club Nets held each Tuesday and Thursday evenings, respectively, at 6 p.m. Central Time on 3885, as well as the Warren Kelly Memorial Net at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, as presented by the Florida AM Group on Sunday mornings. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who participated tonight. This is the WE4AM Club Net now clear and returning frequency back to regular AM use. 73, this is Charlie, KN4CUE.
Great.